Great speed change right there where they hit that snap. We got another NewJeans dance practice, and it's for their 2024 SBS performance. If y'all haven't watched it, go and watch it and then come back to my video. Anyway, it was such a fun watch because the two sections that they added incorporate the foundations of dance, and I appreciate that a lot. And it looks like everyone was just having a good time in the practice too. So let's go and break this one down. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's go, baby. This intro is so good. Big circle formation to condense towards NewJeans here. To explode out for NewJeans to pop off. The footwork though. And then the musicality on top of that shit. Great spacing on this formation. Clean arms too for that one part. God damn, y'all. And then the transition into how sweet. Let's go. Alright, so I'm actually going to talk about the intro, obviously, because it's one of the newer parts. The reason why I appreciate the intro so much, because it is a mixture of popping and locking, which are foundations of dance. Alright, this is going to be a lot of the stuff that we see now in terms of choreography. And shout out to the performance directors, because I think in their more recent choreos for NewJeans, they incorporate a lot of foundations and just dancing throughout their choreo, rather than just giving them choreography, if that makes any sense. So you'll see that when you watch NewJeans dance, a lot of moves look natural on them. A lot of this is the training and the training or the quality training that the performance directors give them. So obviously not just the NewJeans songs that we see, like the choreo, but also just the additional stuff that we don't see. Maybe the training, and we never see that really recorded or anything like that. They're really giving them those foundations, which is why, you know, when we see NewJeans do hip-hop choreo, it just looks good on them, mainly because of the training of the performance directors. So shout outs to them. They go crazy with that shit. In the intro, within the first 5 seconds, we got the locking and popping right away. Dancers right in the front, like, just kill that shit. And then here, we get NewJeans popping off with more locking and shit, the footwork. And so what's cool about this is that they also keep the arms clean while grooving it out, and also keeping that footwork really transparent and like crisp, so you can visibly see what type of footwork they're doing too. Crazy musicality here. So if you guys didn't see that, the back 5 guys behind NewJeans is actually hitting these basses, or these series of basses in the song or the instrumental. It's easier to see with their arms because it's more exaggerated in their arms. They're actually popping within their entire body to really give that effect of popping, and that's essentially what popping is. I'm just gonna rewind it just so you guys can see. Like, bruh. And you know what's really funny about this in a good way is that this is the most animated I've seen Hedin in terms of facials, because you could tell she's really enjoying this section. Not to say that the other members aren't, it's just because she's center and I'm pointing her out for it. You could tell that she enjoys this style. Love how everyone keeps the same arms here, or not the same arms, but clean arms to make sure that everyone's on time. But on top of that, I actually really like the spacing on this formation here. Bro, if I was NewJeans, I'd be so tired. More locking at the end here. Towards the end of the section, there's more locking. Oh my god. And then we get into How Sweet. So with How Sweet, this is choreo that's, they're literally constantly grooving and just essentially moving the entire time. A lot of traveling within their formations, but also a lot of in-betweens while they're grooving. This is what makes How Sweet choreo difficult. So it's a lot of the switch ups. So before we really get into the chorus, what I want to point out with How Sweet's choreo is a lot of the switch ups that actually happen within the choreo. The entire thing is basically like they're really just grooving throughout the entire thing while hitting the musicality, while having to match the way that they sing, and then switching up the speed changes, slowing down, but at the same time they're still in this constant motion where they're not really stopping. What I mean by that is because they're grooving the entire time. I actually watched the behind the scenes dance practice. I did react to it if you guys haven't checked that out. They actually express that How Sweet and Supernatural are kind of equal in terms of difficulty. They're just hard in their own ways, but I think they said that How Sweet is still number one. And I think a lot of it has to do with the switch ups and just like the textures of the actual dance. And so with the chorus, they still have that constant groove, but they're also fully extending their arms when they get to that one part right here. And then more traveling. The way that they do it is, I'm gonna talk about that part. Like, okay, we gotta talk about the chorus first. So with the chorus is they do it again, like I said earlier, constant grooving. But I think what makes the chorus difficult is actually what happens in between all of the grooving. So, you know, they fully extend with their arms where they really started off. On top of that, they have this arm. They basically have this hand choreo that they have to do while they're doing this like rocking motion towards the back, or like it's accented towards the back. When they get to this one part where they think they sing How Sweet It Tastes, they match that with this body movement where they go towards the side, wave down to match the way that they sing. It's really hard to explain that part, so I'm basically just gonna replay the entire chorus just to kind of point that out. So their chorus is basically their most full out part of the choreo. So they're throwing their arms, they're fully extending their arms, and not only that, they're jumping too. So that's the part that I was talking about where they really emphasize taste by doing this body movement. It really helps you visualize how they sing taste. Now that I think about it, I think another reason why this choreo is difficult is there's a lot of lower body movement, and as well as with the shoulders and arms. If I was NewJeans, I would be gassed at this point. This part, great switch up in textures and patience. So we kind of strayed away from the grooving, right? And so we get to this part. So that small section where Hain is center, this is basically where we stray a bit away from the grooving of How Sweet. And what I like about it is that this is where they really switch up the textures, where you see those speed changes, hitting those snaps and hitting the part of the lyrics, or like little ad-libs, or not the ad-libs, but the sounds of the words. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just gonna play it so y'all can see it. But what I like about this is that they fill out everything. So even that there's speed changes and there's fast movement, there's also slow movement where they really fill out the move. Imagine like point A and point B. They're not just going from point A in a straight line to point B. They're filling out, like, let's just say there's all this to go to point B. They're doing all that shit is what I'm trying to say. So if we replay that part, great speed change right there where they hit that snap, where they turn to the side. So I think there's a lot of patience here too after the snap is when they body roll down. Or body, I guess you could just call it like they're just waving down. And it's a mixture of them hitting the snap, the musicality in the back, but also matching the way that they sing. So great use of textures. Also great switch up from all the grooving that we've been seeing throughout the entire dance. The footwork with Headon though. Yeah, the constant grooving and throwing with the arms is what's making them, what's actually expending more energy. Damn, bro. So with NewJeans, they have to be really smart in where they breathe throughout the choreo. Since they're doing the entire thing realistically, in the performance, there's no cuts. I think in the dance practice, they had to do multiple takes because of, you know, the camera work and stuff. Realistically, at the actual performance, they're not doing multiple takes. NewJeans is literally doing the entire like 6.5-minute performance. Insane endurance. All right. And I think this last part actually is the greatest time to breathe for them. And also, it actually makes this part look better because they're already probably gassed at this point. Super tired. So they want to make this part look more effortless. And that kind of helps because they're already gassed, which means they don't have to spend so much energy doing the footwork part. And if y'all want to learn that footwork part, it's called... Geez, I can't even talk, look. That's actually called the glide, alright? There's a bunch of YouTube videos on it. Just put how to glide on YouTube. It's so many tutorials. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. That's probably the first dance move I've ever learned when I first started dancing. Alright? Here, with the footwork, I think it's mainly making sure that you're light on your feet and just having that effortless type of vibe when it comes to that part. Now the transition into Supernatural, it's all hip hop. Yes, there's choreography, and it's like all rehearsed, right? Great flow work too, by the way. But I think what they wanted to emphasize here, along with the, you know, the props with the towels and stuff, it's just dancing, having fun, bro. There is a name for that move. I'm gonna tell y'all after this part. Yeah, look at that shit. Like, just straight up dancing, bro. Great switch up there. This section's crazy, bro. With the towels and shit. And then the transition into Supernatural. So with this section, I want to talk about the towel part. What I really like is the fact that they don't even look like they're thinking about the towels. They're just like, they're doing the choreo and they're also catching it. They have choreo with the towels. And what's cool about this is that there's added risk, but there's also high reward when it's done well. And the fact that, you know, the dancers that are doing the floor work, having to catch it. I think NewJeans also had to catch towels. I'm just going to play it real quick. I like that little ISO part that they did with the towel here, the back of their neck. Yeah, the towel throw, that adds a lot of risk because, you know, a member could drop them, a dancer could drop them, you never know. Great flow work, by the way. I said that earlier, I think. Great transition to get everybody in. Without really distracting from the main highlight, which is NewJeans. They transitioned everybody in by just doing this simple groove that they can all do just to get to their spots. They're like, forget walking on stage, forget running on stage. No, we're gonna be using like actual dancing or just like choreo to get on stage. I actually really like this. I know I've been pausing a lot for this section, but it's just so much, dude. Like this musicality rewind sound that they did here. Crazy. Now this move right here, this groove right here, where Haynes centered, that's called a monastery. All right. So if y'all want to learn that shit, the TikTok, YouTube, Instagram Reels, I'm sure that I'm sure there's tutorials everywhere. This move has been used in so many choreographies because it's such a it's dance, you know, it's the essence of dance, baby. Like, I love how the performance sections really incorporated this, dude. Even this footwork too. Like, they just keep on going, bro. I want to say, I don't know if they intended it, but this switch up here where they slow it down from all the grooving that they just did. I could be wrong, but I feel like they low-key did the Tootsie Roll here. Right here. It's such a fun section to watch too, because I feel like the dancers were enjoying that shit too, not just NewJeans. If you guys haven't watched my Supernatural dance review, I have it up. If y'all really want to hear me yap on that one, I'll point out some things here still. Don't worry, I got y'all. So the thing with Supernatural is the difference between House Sweet and Supernatural. This one's more about not overthinking your moves. That's the way it's been choreographed. So a lot of the moves that they do here for Supernatural versus House Sweet is that Supernatural is a lot more on whole counts. So that's why it's just you just keep on going. Once you learn the actual choreo, you'll know that it just keeps on going and you just groove throughout the entire thing. It's meant for you to not really overthink about the moves and rather just have fun with the moves. When I watch a dance practice behind the scenes, one of the performance directors actually mentioned that it was for the dance break actually, but they mentioned that they actually changed some of the details for the arms because they didn't want to look too clean. They actually wanted to look more sloppy because they wanted to just really keep that essence of let's have fun on stage. Not everybody got to look like robots and like be synchronized. Like, yeah, they have the timing, but they wanted to capture of having fun and really giving that vibe when it came to watching Supernatural. And this is why I love this dance and song, because they want you to just have fun, bro. Now the chorus is gonna be your cleanest part because it actually uses a lot of arms and straight lines, so that's actually really important. But for the most part, as long as everybody has that same bounce, it's gonna look clean regardless. What I love about this last part is the fact that they took out or not took it out, but they lowered the volume of the audio and put the original audio in so we can hear the cheering. And I'm gonna tell you guys why this is important. Best part of the song, bro. Everyone just smiling and shit. Including me. Okay, so the reason why it's so important that we actually heard the cheering, and I think this is intentional. If we didn't know who NewJeans was, right, and they performed at SBS and we didn't know who they were, let's just say that. That's hypothetical. The dancers is now giving them energy to really give out those last few, like literally the last part of the set. Because they're tired as hell, they just did the entire thing. Now it's up to the dancers to cheer them on and give them that energy. And when that is happening, it radiates towards the audience too. It's like, yo, like the dancers are having fun on stage too. They're cheering on NewJeans. Yo, this is such a fun performance to watch. That is why like cheering on your teammates at dance practice is so important, because you get energy from them. So I've experienced this where, you know, I'm running a set with my dance team, and when I'm hearing cheering on the sides, they're like, yo, let's go, or let's go, Jarrell. Like, that shit hypes me up, bro. That gives me energy. And so intentionally they definitely lowered the actual audio to have us hear it, so we get, you know, it's almost like FOMO. It's like, oh, I wish I was there, because they're all having fun. Damn, it's a long video. I yapped it up a little bit. My fault, guys, my fault. I just love NewJeans, bro. What am I supposed to say? Freaking NewJeans, bro. You know what? Just cause, let's just play the last part, like the bridge. Like, fuck it. Why not, right? Why not? This is such a fun walk, bro. But it's coming through. Have no idea. I love how natural Hayne plays that off. Yo, I got FOMO, bro. Like, I wish I was at the dance practice because of the cheering and shit. Freaking NewJeans, bro. Hope y'all learned something today from this dance practice. I know it was more of a longer video on my end, but you know, it was really fun to watch this and break it down for you guys. There was so much details and just so much to cover in terms of from going to the intro all the way to the end. 6.5 minute set. Man, they killed that shit. They had a lot of fun, and honestly, you know, let me know what honestly, tell me what you guys' favorite moments of the dance practice, alright? In the comments down below. Who your bias is too, honestly. Why not? So if y'all love NewJeans, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out.